Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. And today in this video, I will sharing for you about the Flexbox and in HTML files. I have a parents class, a container. I have the three children, a 1, 2, and 3 with class a item. And each item will have individual class a item 1, 2, and 3. So I have some config right here for we have the mother or parent is red and each child will have the background color is green for you can easy to follow. So now with the parent we go to show the property a display flag direction, certify content, align items, flag graph, gap, align content, and which child we have order, like cell, flag basic, flag grow, and flag string. So in container, if we want to transform a normal object to flagbox object, we need to, in the parent, we use the display flag a flag. So when we use display flag in here, in now container is the flagbox object. We have two assets. The first one is main axis, a horizontal, and the second one a cross axis, a vertical. So we have another property, a flag direction. Flag direction, a default value is row, and we have for main axis a horizontal and cross axis a vertical. And now item from the left to right. And we also have row reverse and main axis is now a horizontal, but the item will go from the right to left. And we have another value, a column. Column will change the main axis from the horizontal to vertical, and now cross axis a horizontal. So with flag direction in column, now its item is follow the main axis from the top to bottom, but column reverse will change the position of its item from the bottom to top. So it is flag direction. So we have another property, a certified content. Certified content will adjust the position of each item follow the main axis. Now main axis is horizontal. So we will have default value a flag start. And we also have flag end. And we have flag have a center built in center. And we have space. So space around. With space around we can see here. So the space between each item is equal from the edges in left. In here is equal in here. And we have the line divide to item 1 and 3 from the top to bottom in here. In space in here is equal space in here. In which item 2 space in here in left between space in right. So we also have space between. With space between we have the first item in line on the left and the end item line on the right. So between of each item we have the space equal space in here. So we have space evenly. So with space evenly we will have the equal space in here of each item. So it is certified content. So we move to align item. So align item will align each item follow the cross axis. Now cross axis is vertical. So we have a default value is stretch. With stretch, we can see here it not change. So we also have flex staff. In the with flex staff, we will have item on the top of cross axis and flex end will bottom. And also we have the center in center. So, okay, we go to the flag graph. So with the flag graph, we will have the width of item. We will set width is 20%. And we can see here. But now we will add more item in here. So when we see here, each item now from 1 to 8, a width is not 20%. It will smaller than 20% because it will scale smaller to fit the parent of it. So what I want is will maintain the width is 20% of each item. And if it's overflow, we'll go to in the new row. So I use the property a flex graph. Flex graph a will have no graph a default value. So also we have a graph with graph. When we use it here, when with each item we have which is 20% and will overflow, go to in the new row in item 5 in here. So also we have flex graph with graph from the top to bottom. So if we use graph reverse from the bottom to top, so we also have a gap. Gap is space. Okay. Gap is space between each item in here. Now we have the space, the column space in here. So we can use the property a column space, column gap. So with column gap, we set to 3 rem. In here, we can see here we have the column space a 3 rem. But I also want to row gap a have 1 rem. So I use row gap a 1 rem. So we can see here a from gap from first row and second row and third row a we have 1 rem. Also we have a shorthand of column gap and row gap. We also use gap. So the first value of it is row gap. We set 1 rem and another value a column gap. We have 3 rem. We can see we have the same result when we use column gap and row gap in above. So if we only use the one value in here, a column gap and row gap is equal a 1 rep. So okay, we move to align content. So align content is used when we use flex graph and we have more than one row right here. So when you align content, so default value is stretch. Now we also have flex staff, flex end. So I will change it to wrap in here. Flex end, and we have the center. Also, we have a space, including space around, space between, and space immediately. With space around, you can see here we have a space equal in top to bottom of each item in here. Have a space between. We have space evenly. A space equal of each item in here. So it's alignment 10. We go through all the property of container. Now we move to the child with order. So I need comment some item in here. So now we have 1, 2, and 3 item. So with the item, we have order. So default order of each item is 0. We have item 1, 2, and 3 with default is 0. And now if we want item 2 a staff. So I use the property is order. Item 2, a U property is order. So order is minus. I can set it's minus 1 or 2 or 3. So I want to set 1. You can see here it now it moved to on the beginning. So I want to item 3 is now item 1 is now is behind item 3. So item 3 a with order a default is 0. Item 2 is minus 1 is now. If I want item 1 is move to behind the item 3, I will set it to 1 or 1, 2, and 3 here. So item 1 set to order to 1, 2, 3. We can set any the value with positive value. Okay, we finished order. So now we go to align cell. So align cell, with align cell, we can see here the parent of it will have the align item is center in here. So align cell of each item will align each cell and override from the property of parent is align item. So if we have item 1, I want to item 1 a align cell with you. I will use align cell. Align cell. Align cell is flex start, flex end, stretch, and it move to center. You can see here. Now this align cell. So we have flex basis. So when we use with a 20% here, and now we change the flex direction from row, flex direction from row to column. Now the width is no change. It's 20% from the horizontal. But if we set the flex basis a 30%, so each item will override with 20% and exchange the dimension, the height of each item follow the main axis. Now main axis is vertical, and we can see here and the height of each item is now change a 30% from the top of parent to bottom. We remove it. You can see here is now 30% follow the main axis from the left to right. We can see here is 30% from the left to right. Okay. Flex row. With flex row, we can see here we have an empty space in here. And now we have a flex row. Default value of each item is 0. So each item just maintain the dimension of it is 20%. But now item 3 want to get all the empty space in here. So we will set it for any value more than 1. So in item 3, I will set it to flex row a 1. So with 1, item 3 will get all the empty space of parent. And the item 1 and 2 will not change. So it's the same. If we change the value is 2 and 3, it's no change. So if the item 2 want to bigger and want to the space appearance, we will set it to flex row. Also, we have set true 1. So we can see here we have empty space of parents will divide in two bars, and one bar it belong to item 2 and another bar will belong to item 3. So we will have the result in here. Item 2 and 3 will have dimension equally. So item 1 is not changed. So now we move to another property, a flex string. Now with flex string, we when change the width is 20% to 50%. You can 60%. And we remove flex graph. You can see here a default value of flex string is 1. So each item in now is 60%, but the parent also only have 100%, so it will scale smaller than 60% to fit the parent. So default value of each item is string with one value. So now I want to item 1 a string more than item 2 and 3. I will set flex string for item 1 a 2. You can see here item 1 will smaller than item 2 and 3, and 5 is smaller than. So this flex string, and we also have the shorthand of flex row, flex string, and flex faces. We use only flex. So the first value a flex row we will set to default value of flex row is 0, and the second value a flex string default value of flex string is 1, and the end value a flex faces a default is auto. And if we just use only the first value, a flex a 1, so this will like the flex row, only flex row like this. We also flex row a 1, it's the same, and we remove it, it's the same. So we finish all the property of children. So thank you everyone for watching my video. If you like this video, you can click the like button below. Also, if you want to follow new video in the future, you can consider to subscribe my channel. And thank you so much. See you in the next videos.